Hi everyone, welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. How are you guys doing tonight? Happy Friday to you all. Guys, I just did a video here and it didn't record. Did a whole video on this topic, so I have to do it again. And just bear with me as I do that. I hope you guys are doing well and that things are going well for you and that you had a great week. You know, it's been a long one for me. I'm really a little exhausted and tired, but I'm here and I'm going to continue to show up because I know these messages are helping you guys. Someone sent me a message earlier about how much they're being helped with these videos. So thank you so much, because I talk from a space of my own personal experiences without giving names, locations, and things like that. Of course, we're here on YouTube, and those things I would never do. But I talk about what I've gone through and how it affected me and why I do what I do today. You know, the healing, the elevation, heal, grow, and elevate is so important in a world that we live in today full of toxicity. So guys, you may hear something today that might not resonate with you, but tomorrow you may hear something that does. So keep showing up, invite others to do the same. We're here to uplift on this channel, not to ever tear anyone down. It's enough of that in this world today, guys. So also keep in mind that I'm not a social worker, counselor, or a therapist. I'm just someone who talks from my own experiences, and I talk about how I became an overcomer instead of succumbing to these difficult trials and tribulations that almost broke me. I turned to God, asking Him to help me, and as I did that, I made certain vows to help other people as well as help myself, and I'm serious about that. You know, I don't play about that because I know what I went through, and it's not easy, guys, but it can be done. You can get to a place where you can move past this pain. You don't have to stay stuck and stagnated in it and let it make you bitter and control you. You know, you can go and heal this, and it means that you have to look at the elephant in the room. You have to look at the pain, address it from where it's coming from the inside out, so that you can heal it one day at a time, one step at a time, so that you can move forward. So guys, with that being said, I want to say one more thing before we get into this topic of discussion. I have a birthday coming up on Monday. Time goes by so quickly, and I'm looking forward to just relaxing, treating myself, enjoying my birthday. Let me know in the comment categories when your birthdays are, and if you have one coming up this month. You know, if you do, take care of yourself. Treat yourself like royalty. You know, continue to take care of yourself. It builds up your mental and physical health so that you can be okay. Now, this topic of discussion today is never lower your standards to make someone else comfortable. Never lower your standards to make someone else comfortable. Some people do that to keep certain people in their life, you know, because they're so used to and accustomed to having certain individuals, whether it's a love situation, family, professional, etc. You know, what I choose to do is to address it, the toxicity. And if it continues, you know, I set strong boundaries. And if it continues after that, I close doors, cut off, block, and delete for the peace of my mental and physical health. Never stop healing because someone doesn't like it. Let's say you have someone in your life and they don't believe in the healing, that it works, or whatever the case may be, and they don't want to see you do the work to heal. You know, set strong boundaries with folks like these, because they can distract you from your healing. And if you don't heal and take care of your mental and physical health, like I always say in these videos, you can't take care of yourself or anything else around you. So that should always be a priority. And it can be as little as taking an hour, 2 hours a day for yourself. Music helps me when we come on this platform, you know, together. I have music, flowers, In the future, I'm going to have a few other things to make it a comfortable and cozy environment when you come on, because that's part of taking care of yourself, your mental and physical health. I've learned on this journey so far to tune out the noise and to never carry anybody else's burden. It's hard enough to carry your own burdens, and then adding somebody else's pile of stuff to yours is too much. And I'd rather give those piles of bricks back to that person. You know, don't let people use you and take advantage of your good, kind heart and nature. You know, don't ever allow that. You know, one of the things that I experience a lot of is just not people that, you know, you have an argument or disagreement with or etc., but people who are just sinister. Have you guys ever been around someone who's just miserable, in a place of misery on a daily basis? It's like a metaphor I use of crabs in a barrel. They hate to see your light. They hate to see your growth. They hate to see your positive attitude. So they become like crabs in a barrel. They go around gossip, spreading deception, lies, and try to pull you back as they see you grow, heal, and evolve, and pull you back to the bottom of the pit, to the place of misery where they are. Never allow anyone to do that to you. What I do, and if you have to be around these people, be around them as little as possible. And don't give your energy or time to something that is not going to build you up, something that's there to tear you down. Some of these people, you know, that I've dealt with and have dealt with, you know, not just recently, who just sit and plot and plan how to make you, you know, you miserable, how to make me miserable, how to make me stop helping others and myself, even though it's a vow that I made to God that I would move forward, persevere, you know, crawl and bite through all of these things to help not only myself, but to help others as I continue to grow, heal, and evolve. So what I do is set strong boundaries, give my silence to these individuals, and just, you know, cut off, block, and delete if necessary. Don't allow these folks to engage you into some form of argument or toxicity, because those things can affect your growth and it can tear down your vibe. If you're high vibing, you feel good. Have someone ever just come over to you and brought a whole bunch of toxicity, dumped a whole ton of toxicity into your lap? Oh, they feel great now and they move on, and you left there carrying that load. So what I do is, you know, cut off, block, and delete when I see that that becomes a pattern. But some of these individuals, what they do, some of these people love toxicity, love to be a drama starter. They just love to do things to bring other people down, to create pain and hurt in other folks' life. It brings them great satisfaction. And this is the sinisterness in these people, going to extremes to make somebody else's life a living hell. People like this, to me, are no different. You know, what they need is a pitchfork and a tail, because they're no different than that demonic stuff. People who live on demon time 24/7 to try to make your life a living hell. What I do is cut off, block, and delete. And I don't give attention or my energy to these type of individuals. What I give them is my sound of silence, because the sound of silence, when someone is trying to you know, like tempt you into some kind of argument or toxicity, I walk away and give my sound of silence to the situation. Don't allow anyone to pee on your leg and tell you it's raining, you know, to try to gaslight you. Do something to you that's so painful and hurtful, and then turn around and make you think you're crazy. What are you talking about? Kind of thing. These are narcissistic traits of sinister individuals. Don't allow people like this to stop your growth. You know, it's important to set strong boundaries with individuals like this, so that they don't distract you off your path to grow, heal, and evolve, and to take care of your physical and mental health. Some folks like these stay on demon time, you know, and I avoid them. You know, it's like snakes hiding in the grass, waiting for you to pass by so they can bite you. This is how I see individuals like this. And, some people don't want to grow, heal, and evolve. It's too much work. They rather stay in a place of misery and drag others there with them. And when I see that for what it is, I leave it where it is. Never judging people, but I know that that's not okay for me. And I leave it where it is, move on to continue to stay on this journey to heal, you grow, and evolve. Guys, so set strong boundaries if you're dealing with that. In the beginning, it used to be hard for me because if these are relatives, friends you grew up with, a relationship, or a professional environment, and it used to hurt, make me cry so much, to the point where I would just go into prayer with God and say, why me? Why are they doing this to me? I haven't done anything to them. But these particular individuals don't like to see your light. They don't like to see your motivation. You're pessimistic, you're optimistic is what I meant to say. They don't like to see that you have a different mindset. They want you to have a brokenness about you, and it makes them feel better about themselves. Misery loves company. Don't allow them to, be in your presence if you don't have to. So never, never lower your standards to make these individuals feel comfortable. When someone don't allow you to be yourself, they're not loving you. They're doing more harm and damage to you. So people like this, what I do is leave them where they are, set strong boundaries, and continue to heal, grow, and evolve. Because guys, love, true love, somebody truly love you, whether it's a romantic situation, family, or friends, they would allow you to be yourself, your authentic self, and not try to twist you inside and out like a pretzel into what they think you should be. Be around people who want to see you grow, who's going to motivate you, even when you feel like so tired at times and feel like giving up. You have people in your corner who support you and who will motivate you to keep moving forward. That's what real love is about. And what I had to learn to do is to close doors to people like this, to individuals who live their life that way. Leave them where they are so that I can move forward. Remember, guys, I talk a lot about lessons. People, situations, and circumstances come into our life for a reason, a season, a lifetime, or a lesson. So learn the lessons quickly, see it for what it is. Learn the lessons quickly so that you can, close those doors and not repeat lessons. And you can move over here and open up these doors where God have better things for you. People who really care about you, people who are going to be there for you and have your back and motivate you when it's necessary. Instead of those who want to pull you down like crabs in a barrel. When you get to a place of peace, inner peace, you start to self-love, self-care. You don't care about the noise. For me, I tune it out and leave it. I used to cry and try to defend myself against the lies and the maliciousness, but then as I stayed in prayer and meditation, I understood that it was necessary for me to just be silent about those things and let my actions speak. Your actions will say a lot, more so than your words. And let these people continue to do what they do, because, God will deal with that while I stay over here and help myself and help others. It is so important, guys, to keep moving forward and never allow any of these situations to make you feel broken inside. It is better to be at a place of peace, inner peace, self-love, so that you can move forward instead of being in a place broken down and into pieces. Continue to move forward on a daily basis, guys, to do things to build yourself up instead of allowing others to tear you down. Well, guys, that's the message today. I'm kind of losing my voice and need to get some rest. But I wanted to come on and encourage you to continue to move forward, because I promise you, as in my case, you will start to see the results. It's not going to happen overnight, but as you continue to persevere and move forward, you will slowly see the results so you get to a place of inner peace and unbotheredness by the noise around you. Please share these videos with others, subscribe to the channel, comment, and let me know what you think about these videos, and keep taking care of yourself one day at a time and one step at a time. This is Lisa, shedding love and light. Thank you all for showing up and being here, and I'll see you sometime on Monday. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye for now.